long before skyscrapers touched the sky, before Google Translate, printing presses, or even alphabets as we know them. Humanity spoke, in whispers carved into stone, in chants echoing through temples, in ink scratched across animal skin. Some of these voices are lost, others still live on. Languages are not just a way to communicate. They are vessels, carrying the soul of entire civilizations. Their words held the laws of kings, the prayers of priests, the poetry of lovers, and the secrets of the stars. But as time passed, empires fell. Cities turned to dust, and the voices faded, one by one. Today, we journey through history to rediscover the top 10 ancient languages, not just as words on a page, but as living echoes of human genius. Prepare to uncover forgotten alphabets, mysterious sounds, and immortal scripts. These are the voices.
Number 1. Sumerian, the first written language. Our journey begins where writing itself was born, in ancient Sumer, around 3100 BCE. The Sumerians didn't just speak. They documented, calculated, legislated. Using cuneiform, they pressed wedge-shaped symbols into wet clay, the first human attempt to trap thought in solid form. Sumerian gave rise to the earliest schools, tax systems, and laws. It's a language isolate, with no known relatives, as ancient and mysterious as the stars they worshipped. Though long silent in speech, Sumerian remains in the records of the world's first urban civilization. Number 2. Egyptian, the language of eternity. For over 3,000 years, ancient Egyptian endured, evolving, transforming, but never truly disappearing. From hieroglyphs carved on pyramid walls to sacred scrolls of the dead, this language served pharaohs, scribes, and priests. It eventually morphed into Coptic, which still lives in Egyptian Christian rituals today. Deciphered only in the 1800s thanks to the Rosetta Stone, Egyptian now reads like an epic, of gods, afterlife, and power. Every symbol wasn't just a sound. It was a doorway to the divine. Number 3. Akkadian, empire in script. As Sumer faded, Akkadian rose. It became the dominant language of Mesopotamia, the tongue of empires like Babylon and Assyria. Its cuneiform records tell us of floods, prophecies, and legendary kings. One tale, the Epic of Gilgamesh, predates even Homer. Akkadian was the world's first international language. Used in diplomacy from Egypt to Anatolia. By 100 CE, it faded from daily life. But in its time, it was the voice of civilization itself. Number 4. Sanskrit, India's sacred song. Around 1500 BCE, a poetic language emerged in the Indian subcontinent, precise, structured, and divine. Sanskrit isn't just ancient, it's considered perfected speech. Used in the Vedas, Mahabharata, and Bhagavad Gita, Sanskrit carried philosophy, medicine, astronomy, even yoga. Unlike many ancient languages, Sanskrit survives today in chants, mantras, and academic circles. It gave rise to dozens of Indian languages and influenced Southeast Asia. To learn Sanskrit is to learn the rhythm of ancient India's soul. Number 5. Classical Chinese, the philosopher's tongue. Few languages shaped as vast a civilization as classical Chinese. Appearing as early as 1250 BCE, its earliest form was found on oracle bones, used for royal divinations. This language documented the teachings of Confucius, the art of war, dynastic records, and medical treatises. Its logographic script influenced Korean, Japanese, and Vietnamese writing systems. Modern Mandarin still reflects much of its ancient structure, making Chinese the only ancient language still used daily by over 1 billion people. Number 6. Ancient Greek, voice of the thinkers. Visual, marble statues, amphitheaters, ancient scrolls in candlelight. From Homer's Odyssey to Plato's Republic, ancient Greek shaped the Western world. It was spoken across the Mediterranean and written in epic poems, tragedies, political manifestos, and scientific texts. Koine Greek became the language of the New Testament. It gave us words like democracy, logic, and theater. Modern Greek is still spoken today. But in its ancient form, it captured the minds of philosophers and poets who changed the world. Number 7, Latin, the language of law and empire. Spoken in ancient Rome, Latin conquered not just territory, but thought. It became the language of law, medicine, science, and theology. Even today, we use phrases like habeas corpus, etc., and ad infinitum. Latin gave birth to the Romance languages, Spanish, French, Italian, Portuguese, and Romanian. Though no longer spoken in the streets, Latin remains immortal in the systems it built, and the minds it still sharpens. Number 8, Aramaic, the lost common speech. Aramaic was once the language of everyday life from Persia to Judea. It was likely the tongue spoken by Jesus of Nazareth. From around 1000 BCE, it became the commercial and diplomatic language of the ancient Near East. Parts of the Bible, including the books of Daniel and Ezra, were written in Aramaic. Today, only a few thousand people still speak its dialects. But its influence remains, in the prayers, songs, and faded manuscripts of 3 major religions. Number 9, Hebrew, reborn from the scrolls. Hebrew was the voice of prophets, psalms, and commandments. It faded after 200 CE, surviving only in religious rites. But in one of history's greatest revivals, Hebrew was resurrected in the 19th century. And today, it's the national language of modern Israel. The same tongue once used by biblical figures now speaks in tech hubs, schools, and literature. It is proof that ancient voices can rise again. Number 10, Tamil, the living legend. Tamil is not just old, it's alive. Spoken for over 2,000 years, it's the oldest living language still widely used today. Its earliest grammar, the Tolkappiyam, dates to around 500 BCE. Tamil boasts one of the world's richest bodies of ancient poetry, including the Sangam literature. Over 70 million people speak Tamil today, a vibrant bridge between past and present. It is a living relic, still breathing through modern lips. From the banks of the Nile to the streets of Rome. From Himalayan chants to Babylonian stars. These languages once shaped empires, birthed philosophies, and preserved the wisdom of entire civilizations. Some vanished into ruins. Others evolved, or rose again. But all of them remind us that our words are not just sounds. They are our memory, our legacy, our breath across time. Which of these ancient voices still speaks to you? Let us know in the comments. And if you believe language is power, history is living, and the past still has something to say. Subscribe, like, and share this video with a curious mind. Because here, we don't just tell stories. We give history a voice.